Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Minnesota Mike back with you for another video. This is another one in my vlog series that I do through the Memphis Songwriters Association in conjunction with the blog that I write for them, talking all about songwriting and what has worked for various artists over the course of a handful of years, whether those songs have been hits or not. So this latest kick that I'm on is something that I know quite a bit about just personally, and that is relationship codependency. We're starting this brand new kick today, talking about songs that explore that topic of codependency within a relationship. I actually wrote a whole album about that about 3 years ago. It was part of a double album, and it was kind of exploring that. But we're going to look at some other artists today, and just to give you a little bit of a background as to what I mean by this, the beginning of a relationship can be tricky to navigate. It's exciting hanging out with someone new, of course, but you don't want to come off as clingy or possessive. Sometimes you don't mean to, and you do, and you just can't help it. While this can be a bad thing, both relationship wise and mental health wise, it's become one of my favorite things, like I said, to explore in song form. I have been on both sides of the codependency, and it's fascinating to see it when someone else acts that way toward you because you can't always see it in yourself. That's what that album that I talked about earlier was about. So the songs that we're going to look at in this blog explore that theme, and in these 4 vlogs as well. With this coming out right around Valentine's, I really hope that it helps you feel a little less alone and helps inspire some of your own writing out of this topic, even though it might be painful. It's never easy to write about something like this, but it can be very, very helpful, very cathartic. Also, as always, since it's an interesting topic to explore, maybe you'll create a character who is codependent, expresses that codependency, even if it doesn't apply to your own life. So first we're going to look at a song called Honeydew by Memphis's own Madaline Collins. Madaline wrote this particular song while in a relationship with someone she clung to, knowing that if she just had him in her life, everything was going to be okay. She says throughout that she can be his rock and roll baby, and with that comparison, the song at first sounded to me like something along the lines of Into the Great Wide Open by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. But the contrast is stark in that the narrator in Madeline's song shows her consistently begging him to hold on to her, using the rock and roll baby metaphor for how he rocks her soul, and comparing their relationship, which will be one for the ages, to a famous rock band whose name everybody knows. Madaline said she'd have many people leave her in cold ways, but feeling safe and comfortable within this particular relationship brought out the aforementioned codependency. Like all of Madeline's songs, it's a hauntingly gorgeous set of lyrics. Melodically, speaking of hauntingly gorgeous, Honeydew is backed by only a piano and Madeline's vocals. I think that every song has at least one thing that works, and sometimes it's not all three: the lyrics, the melody, and the structure, which are the 3 things that I focus on. Sometimes the melody is rather forgettable, while the lyrics are incredible and the structure is perfect for the story being told. But this is one of those songs where the melody complements the lyrics in the best way possible. Madaline has an incredible voice, but sometimes people with incredible voices can oversing just because they can, even if it doesn't fit the song. Yet the bare bones melody allows Madeline's voice to shine through, and more importantly, get the heartache across to the listener in the best way possible. Chord-wise, she uses A diminished, F, and D in the verses, with the chorus using A minor, G, and F. With the song written in A minor, this is a 1 diminished, 6, 4 pattern in the verses, and a 1 flat 7, 4 pattern in the chorus. The moroseness of the verses with the 1 and the 4 are complemented so nicely by the one diminished and the six chords in the middle, which creates both melodic and thematic tension with what she plays, what she sings, and how she sings it. And this gets taken even higher as she goes down to the seven chord in the chorus before bringing it back to that root chord, the one. It's not only something that has worked for many songs before it, and it works exceptionally well given the theme of this song, the desire for protection and security, and the melody matches that predictability while being taken to new heights previously unknown in the relationship. So, in other words, it's not just oh, hey, these chords have worked for all these hit songs. The chords just work very, very well for this particular song, the set of lyrics, how it's delivered, all of that good stuff. Structurally, the song uses a verse, chorus, solo, verse format. I mentioned earlier the importance but difficulty of making a compelling melody, interesting lyrics, and putting them all in the right place within your song. That would be the structure. As I said earlier, when talking about powerhouse vocalists, there can be a tendency to oversing, but the balance between the calmer, lower verses and the more intense, higher choruses works so well given where they are in the song. It's also a fascinating artistic choice to go back into a verse after the solo, because the solo usually tends to be a booming statement, and this definitely is one. It's a booming statement. But as I've mentioned earlier, I have a little bit of a disdain for doing an a cappella chorus after a solo, as it kills the momentum that you had coming out of it. But in Honeydew, Rock and Roll Baby, the choice to go back into the verse therefore ends on a minor chord, and it's so perfect for this particular song. So please, Honeydew, listen to this song. It is embedded below. It's one of my absolute favorites. Next time, we are going to look at another one of my favorite songwriters, and that is Olivia Rodrigo and her song Logical. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you get something out of it, as always, both mentally and then as a writer, whether you're creating that character or whether you are the character. That's just one of those things. I hope that this influences your writing in a very positive way. I'm Minnesota Mike. Thank you so much.